Hi, rockers. Here we are with Treasure Island, Chapter 11. Dun, 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 dun. Sea Adventure. Who's the main character here? Yes, Jim. He goes on a sea adventure. Poor Jim. But I don't know, he shouldn't have done this, but okay. Pros and cons. What do you think? Here he's escaping silently from the stockade. We got some pictures here. I have it from different books. You know that I love collecting books, and now I don't remember how many I have from about on this story Treasure Island. Today I found a new one, and well, this is from a very old edition. That's the little boat that belongs to Ben, who which he created himself. Ben had created himself, so Ben told him about it, and Jim has this idea. Okay, I have to go and save the Hispaniola because the Hispaniola is like moving on the current, yeah, and we will lose it, and we can't go back. So here it's another version. I think this one is older, yeah. And look what the AI has created. I love my picture. Sorry to tell you, but this is my picture. Okay. Well, then we will see it. But here's more or less what was happening to Jim on the sea. His adventure, poor guy. All right. Debatable questions. Was Jim right to leave the stockade without telling anyone? Does Jim act bravely or recklessly? Recklessly? Are the pirates doomed because of their own behavior? Look at this bottle. This is water here, but it used to be Fernet. Here in Argentina, we drink Fernet with Coke. And, well, now I love it because a student of mine made a hole here. And I drink water from, I put it in the fridge. It's made of glass. It's wonderful. But it's like rum. Yeah, think about it. As if it were rum. Yes, terrible. Is Israel Hunt more dangerous wounded or healthy? Does the sea act as a character in this chapter? Hmm. Is Jim a trustworthy narrator? Well, we are reading everything through his eyes. Can fear, miedito, yes, make a person think more clearly? Is courage always doing what is right? Is loyalty the strongest theme here? Do young characters make better adventurers? Is the Hispaniola a prize or a trap? Should leaders like Dr. Livesey have stopped Jim earlier? Hello, he was sleeping. Is the coracle this boat a symbol of luck or skill? Mamita, a lot of skill. Are the pirates victims of their own greed? Can one person change the outcome of the whole battle? Yes. Does nighttime increase suspense? That's a literary device. Is Jim more intelligent or more lucky or luckier? Do stories need danger to stay interesting? Is the sea fair or cruel? Would an adult have acted differently from Jim? Well, setting in place. The scene near Treasure Island, leaving the stockade, place where the boat is hidden near White Rock. This is the information Jim had received from Ben. Jim is alone, all right, and rowing Ben Gunn's small homemade boat, that's a coracle, close to Hispaniola, which is drifting, poof, poof, poof. Yes, uncontrolled and dangerously close to the rocks. It can get destroyed. 18th century, golden age of piracy. The late afternoon or evening following the intense battle at the stockade. Remember previously, nighttime for Jim's coracle journey to the ship. Journey is un viaje. It's an important word. The events occur at night and then early morning because Jim falls asleep. Poor guy, poor kid. With storms and strong tides, las mareas fuertes. Now, historical context. This is very important. Based on pirate lore and maritime. How in a previous video I said maritime, I think, something of the sort. Well, it's maritime life in the 1700s, mid 18th century. Pirate lore means the tales of treasure maps, mutinies, and famous captains. Small boats like the Coracle were common in coastal areas because they made them themselves, yes. The rules of naval warfare, mutiny, and ship discipline appear throughout the chapter. It reflects colonial expansion, treasure hunting, and long sea expeditions. Type of narrator or narrative? Well, first person narrative told from the point of view of Jim Hawkins. He recounts his actions, thoughts, and feelings as he undertakes his dangerous mission. Subjective and adventurous tone. Subjective because it's his own feelings, all right? We only know what Jim sees, feels, and fears what he fears. Builds suspense. I could hardly breathe. Apenas podía respirar. Fíjense que es breathe. Este es el verbo. Si yo le saco la E final, you drop the E, the final E, te queda breath, que es la respiración. Okay? Totally different pronunciation. The waves carried me like a leaf. Me llevaban como una hoja de árbol, ¿no? Characters and traits. There we got. Well, I love the picture. Thank you, AI. Gemini. Gemini is working so well. Well, he's brave, rose alone in the dark, impulsive, acts without telling Dr. Livesey, okay? Observant, studies the ship's movement and the wind. Resourceful, uses Ben Gunn's coracle cleverly. He's a decisive actor, despite his young age. A pesar de, despite es a pesar de. Ben Gunn mentioned indirectly helpful through his past information, resourceful because he himself built the boat or had built, había construido. His hidden boat on the north shore near a white rock, yeah, saves Jim's life. Clever, unusual, a survivor. The small boat, it's also a character. Ben Gunn's coracle. Symbol of survival and improvisation, fragile and hard to control. It is Jim's transport to the Hispaniola. Dr. Livesey, only mentioned indirectly as being preoccupied with the wounded and the general situation. Responsible, calm, loyal. Contrast with Jim's impulsiveness. That's a terrible contrast. Unaware of Jim's actions because Jim lives while he's sleeping, as we said before. Abraham Gray, mentioned by Jim as a trustworthy, brave ally, represents loyalty, lealtad. Captain Smollett, or the wounded captain, as he was mentioned here, injured and recovering, strong leader even when wounded, aun cuando está herido. Remember that we are basing ourselves on this book, okay? This is the book we are using to all the explanations here. So now we are in chapter 11. Now, Hunter, tragically dead from the early pirate attack, symbol of the crew's tragedies. Then we've got Joyce, tragically dead from the earlier pirate attack, represents the cost of the battle at the Stockade. Squire Trelawney, brave but not tactically skilled. Jim remembers him with affection. Jim lives while he's sleeping in the stockade. Actually, everybody was sleeping. Actually means realmente. The Hispaniola, also a character. The ship, now largely abandoned and crewed by only two pirates, one dead and one wounded, herido. Jim's primary objective is to secure it. Symbol of power, now drifting like a ghost ship. It represents the dangers of the mutiny. Israel Hands appears on the ship, dangerous, deceptive, but injured. This is the wounded pirate. Represents the dying pirate rebellion. And the first time that Jim sees him and the other one is the one with the red hat. Man in the red cap. One of the pirates on deck, symbol of pirate threat, amenaza. But this one is the one who dies. Okay, the pirates on the beach, on the shore, drunk, chaotic, violent. Their lack of discipline causes the Hispaniola to drift. This means the ship, Hispaniola is physically carried off course, se va de rumbo, by currents and or wind because the crew fails to maintain control. No. Vocabulary bank, nautical terms. Tide, the regular rise and fall of the sea. Drift, to be carried along by currents of wind. Coracle, a small, round, lightweight boat. Or wooden implement for rowing. To climb. Yes, to climb. This, I forgot to color it, highlight it. This is when Jim clings to one side of the coracle. Steering, guiding the vessel. Hail, we know it as granizo, but at the moment, I don't remember if it's in this version or another one, Silver hailed the men on deck to give orders, okay, to shout. Timber, wood used for shipbuilding. Canvas, that's the sailcloth used for sails, para las velas, ¿vieron la tela bien gruesa? Rocks, reef, dangerous coastal formations. Un arrecife de coral, have you heard of that? Overboard, primero con B corta y después con la B. Entonces, overboard, to fall or be thrown from a ship. I remember one character at the beginning of the story, remember? Swirl, a twisting motion of water. To propel, to drive or push a ship or boat forward through water using some form of power. Rope, cordage used aboard ships. Deck, the flat surface covering a ship. Mutineer, a sailor rebelling against authority. To capsize is to overturn a boat. Now, shore, land at the edge of the sea. To heave, to lift or throw with effort. Foam, to lift or throw. No, sorry. The foam is what it's created with the waves. I copied the same idea. Then I will write it in the comments. Pay attention to this one. Gunnel, the upper edge of a boat's side. Gunnel. Moored, secured by ropes or anchors. The breakers, the waves that break into foams as they approach the shore. To paddle, to propel a small boat, yeah. Anchors, to steady oneself, estabilizarse, to regain balance. Phrasal verbs, turn back, hold on, slip away, drift off, cut adrift. To cut the ropes or cable holding a ship in place, allowing it to float away freely. To look out, take over, put out to sea, to leave the land or harbor and begin a journey on the sea. Literary devices. Ya empezamos con esto. Esos son los recursos literarios. Y tenemos suspense. Jim alone at sea. Enorme. Hay un montón de momentos que aparece el suspense, ¿no? Imagery. Detailed descriptions of waves, moonlight, ship shadows. Personification. The sea pulled me like a hungry hand. Ven que como decíamos antes, el mar tomó forma, o sea, personificación, es un character. Symbolism, the coracle, fragility, the Hispaniola, danger and opportunity. Foreshadowing, cuando miro hacia el futuro, ¿no? Me adelanto, traigo info. Jim sensing someone on the ship. Contrast, Jim's calm versus the violent sea. Qué suerte que estaba calmado. Ahora vamos con esto. Les voy a leer una frase y tienen que decirme cuál es el literary device. Guess, hay que adivinar. The author builds tension as Jim rows the unstable coracle towards the ship in the dark and then boards the ship to find the two pirates. What do you think? What literary device is it from the ones mentioned? Da-da-da-da. Does it appear? No, I lost it. Give me a sec. Ah, it was here. Well, era suspense. Se me borró. Sorry, suspense. Okay, and we have another one. Jim finding the dead and wounded pirates hints at the violence and treachery that will continue to play out on the ship. Ay, este símbolo, vamos a ver si lo ganamos. Este que es de oro, este tic. Dun, 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 dun. What is it? Foreshadowing. Very good. Yo no sé dónde me quedó. I lost it. El que decía bien. Bueno, no problem. Okay. As regards the last part of the video, we have a review. And I will be showing it to you. It's important because it can help you to retell the story. This is the second part of the review. You have to put the verse in the correct tense. And these are main ideas about it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Where are 3 and 4? Give me a sec. There you are. You can screenshot them, and write them down in your notebooks, copies, and talk about them in your classes. Now, we've got a couple of questions, debatable questions, plus answers. Was Jim right to leave the stockade without telling anyone? Well, actually, he wasn't. While his success was crucial, his plan was reckless and risked the entire party's safety. Party means group, okay? If he failed or if the pirates attacked the weakened stockade in his absence. Interesting answer. Now, what was Jim's primary motivation? Bravery or impulsivity? Impulsivity, driven by boredom. He felt useless and saw a chance for action. Miren cómo estamos ahora tan en red de moda, el call of action, okay? Yes. Well, suggested the immediate desire to do something outweighed careful planning. Outweighed, o sea, como que uno por encima del otro, ¿vieron? And the last one, what might have caused the fight between Israel Hands and the man in the red cap? This is interesting. Drunken greed, la avaricia, and paranoia over the remaining control of the ship, or a disagreement about dividing the already found supplies and treasure. But yet, so far, we haven't found anything. Okay, so have you taken pictures of the main ideas of the review? I want to go back to, I love it, I have it here, my favorite picture. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took longer, but it's like more intense, okay? Well, keep on rocking it. Bye-bye.